Hello and welcome back to another fabulous episode here on Realms of Magic. Now, if you guys don't know, there is a poll in the first episode, so I'm going to link you over there. It's going to be up in the cards, at least that's the plan, to have the first episode up in the cards. My whole entire review of this is out except for the last part of the review, which is after gameplay. Gameplay runs for 5, 10, 12 parts. Then we have a final review where I go over and I talk about all the different grades and see if my opinion has changed. And truly, if this is a pack you should buy. And so that's normally the review that I would recommend. Islands Living's review should be coming out this week. If this video goes out on the day it's supposed to. It should be going out the week after or something like that. But I did go ahead and give these characters makeovers. They were the characters I used for my criticism review, and so I got to play around with them a little bit. Now, the outfits that I ended up choosing were generally outfits that you can choose in Style Outfitter, as those are the ones I like using the most because it's really interesting to see what The Sims is picking for you to use. Now, not all of them are, as there are certain outfits I just wanted to use myself, and so that's the outfits I chose. And so we're going to go over their makeup books in a minute, but first I'm going to go over that spell book. So guys, this right here is our brand new girl. She's gorgeous. This is Alex Argon, if you guys did not know. And Alex Argon is the same sim as before, except now she has a huge makeover, and she looks very different, and she looks very witchy. I don't know if that looks witchy or not. And then we also gave over Caden Lockett. We also gave him a makeover, which is great, and I love that. Now, but if we go into the Spellcaster, I don't know, not the perks. Well, I did want to kind of run through the perks real fast. I don't know how you get perks. I think you have to go through this right here. So, Alex Aragon's Spellbook. A Spellcaster is nothing without the trusty Spellbook. Every incantation in Ritual, Exile, and Spellcaster is learned is read here. A special can learn new spells and potions recipes from reading magical tomes, speaking to sages, or by practicing even magic on own. And so there's several different ways here. So we have practical magic, mischief magic, untamed magic, and alchemy. Alchemy is potions, by the way, which, by the way, I'm not really sure if you have to be a wizard or if I can be a tribrid. Is that what they're called? I think it's a tribrid. I'm not sure either. And so I do want to bring him here because he does have the potions aspiration. If not, I am planning on going through that in my streams on Twitch. That's going to be linked down below. I stream every morning between 6 to 9. Sometimes a little later, sometimes a little earlier, but normally between 6 and 9, and there's always VODs and stuff in case you guys want to check out. We're playing with the Haywoods. I'm actually planning on making a video next month talking about the Haywoods if we're still playing with them by October. So, that's really cool. But, for instance, practical magic, a practical spellcaster studies all things helpful. Life is much easier. Now, I don't know how you actually access any of these different things. I know you have to, you pick one, I think is what it is. So the Untamed Magic, which is really cool, and Untamed Magic dedicates himself to only the most powerful and controlled. Magic is a force to be controlled, which I really like. Then we have the Mischief Magic. A Mischief Spellcaster loves nothing more than tormenting others with magical pranks, and why take everything so seriously. So I do enjoy all this, and I think personally it's either going to be between Practical Magic, but I really do like Untamed Magic the best. And I think it's going to be the coolest one to really explore in a 10-part series, since 10 parts is what's winning right now, currently. A Spellcaster's mind, what kind of Spellcaster are you? So I don't want, honestly, like I said, I'm not really sure. So I'm not sure what this is either. Like, what this means. These are the negative things that comes with perks. You have to have disadvantages. Whole 9 yards. It's a big thing. This is really cool. So charge spellcasting is more powerful, but susceptible chances. There's also a possibility of becoming cursed. I don't even know how to use that. Okay. So if we come over back to her thing, which is something we're going to be working through, so spellcasting and sorcery, and we need to learn a spell. How does one learn a spell? The spellcaster journey would not be complete without access to an arsenal of varied opponents and spells. Search the tomes in the magic realm or ask power to teach you their secrets. So search for tomes. I'm not entirely sure what a tome is. I don't think these are tomes. Are these tomes? No. That's a moat. I'm curious to see what a moat does now that since we did have to collect moats. That's a new plant. It is really late night. We are going to have to be headed back here relatively soon. What is this? That's frogs. We don't want to look for frogs. Oh, you know what? You know what I want to do today? Before we start going into, full spellcasting, before we go home, we do have to head home real fast. I do want to mention that something else I realized is that we do have an amulet. I don't know if I mentioned it last time. I don't know what that does. Okay, we can destroy it. I don't really want to destroy it. But this is able to travel to the magic realm wherever, and so her crystal I wanted her to wear a lot of times, and so some outfits has it as a necklace, and other outfits has it just as like her shoulder piece, like this outfit particularly does. And you have to use portal to leave, but you don't have to use it to like get in here, I don't think. And so we'll practice that tomorrow. I think this is Spellcaster Alley. Is that right? Oh, yeah, Caster's Alley, which is totally, people are calling Diagon Alley. It makes like completely sense. I'm wondering if it's something that we have to find ourselves, or I've yet to actually look at her thing as well. I just personally wanted to go and look at some cool things over there. So we have magic, so we have familiars, and we have practice magic. So we can practice magic on our own, which is really interesting. And so that's something I really just want to do. But there's several things here. So we have not been over here yet. I don't think. This is the shops area. These are all like normal, like, oh, what's that called? Like this one you can buy potions at. This one, I'm not really sure what you can buy at it. Hold on, let's see here. You can buy brooms and crystals, and then this one is buy loams. Oh, tomes. There they are. So we had to come over here anyways. I wanted to buy a wand, and I also wanted to buy, I guess, a tome. Is she on her period? Don't worry about that, because I'm actually getting rid of that. I'm getting rid of that portion of that mod, since I'm going to get Wicked Whims. They make a streamer version, which is really cool, so I can have it in my game. Since I think Wicked Whims has an amazing system for female anatomy and things like that. So, yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure these are all run by ghosts in some place or form. So, a complaint that has been a part of the game, a part of this realm, is the fact that anybody can come be a realm, even not a spellcaster. And I do agree with that complaint, but also, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about that complaint. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys feel about it, as I'm super duper curious, and I'm just very excited to look into these. I've yet to see anything about these. I haven't watched any videos on the familiars or anything like that, and so I'm very excited to find her familiar and all that fun stuff. It's just, I'm very, very excited for this, guys. It's also 10:35 at night. Like I said, she is tired, and she just needs some normal ritual things. So yeah. So a familiar orb, a butterfly, of a dragon, of a sixsome owl. So we have the marble wand, far more sturdy than the wood wand and the bone wand. The marble wand is rust and elemental gem and has all the markings and graves. Then we also have some different tomes. And then we also have, so this wand is the most expensive wand, it is looking like. So I am going to go with the marble wand. And like I said, and then let's read about the tomes. So the tomes requires ranked adept. So we are apprentice. And so Tomes of Despair teaches the reader a spell that fills a sin's mind with feelings of intense sadness. So we have the Tome of Despair, since these ones are the rank of adept, and this one's also, I think, the rank, and we're not there yet. We also got a wand, and so we also need a familiar. So the interesting creature is an unexpected entity that defines normal boundaries and it demands a closer inspection. Its true nature is unknown. I kind of like the owl the best. So the butterfly, I'm not entirely sure what that looks like. Obviously the dragon. But also I feel like she's more of a dragon kind of girl. So we're going to get the dragon. Alright, we're going to buy those three things. Just going to go ahead and do that. And 430. And so we'll go home, we'll read the tome, always use this wand. So it's marble wand as favorite wand. You can also name it. So if you guys want to name this wand, go let me know in the comments down below, as that'd be so cool if you guys did that. Then also broom. I've been told brooms are amazing, so let's go and buy a broom. And then we're going to head back into the other realm of actual Glitter Book. Thank you for shopping at Juan's Wonderful Wand Shop. Wand Warehouse, check back tomorrow as our daily offerings are changing. The items Alex bought can be found in her inventory. Cool, and thank you. We're not going to go down to the potions just yet, as I'm not really sure what they do and what they're used for, so yeah. Also ignore Harvest Fest, because Harvest Fest does not matter in this series. I'm actually planning on taking out all those different holidays since they're not important here. So we have two brooms. We have the Rocket Boom. Infused with wild magic, the Rocket Broom can reach intensely fast speeds, go faster, higher, up, and away. The infused with wild magic. So there's two different versions of the Rocket Broom. And so, yeah, that's the only two brooms that we have. I kind of want this version. And then we also have some different crystals. I'm not entirely sure what they do or what they can happen to you. So we'll have to play with that a little bit later. Once again, they're saying thank you. So it's not the biggest deal in the world. But once again, here's another sim who is not a wizard. or anything like that. And so let me know in the comments down below how you guys feel about this. Okay, so now we're going to jump back over into Glimmerbrook, so I'll be right back. Okay, so it's the next morning, and I have decided to, obviously, we're back to Glimmerbrook. One of those things I was very curious about is to see if he burns in the sun. As there is a Daywalker mod I can get, as you guys might not know, he is a vampire mermaid hybrid, in case you missed the first episode. And a part of being a vampire mermaid hybrid is that you have vampire energy, he drinks blood, you know, all the fun stuff. But I don't know, but he's also a mermaid. So, he's also a mermaid, he's also a mermaid. He can call thunderstorms, call rainstorms, call clear skies. He has mermaid powers, because his mom was a mermaid, but he's also much more of a vampire. So I'm curious to see if he burns out in the sun. So this could be rude, at best. But he doesn't have any magical powers, which is why I was thinking of maybe jumping into a spellcaster realm for him as well. For her, there's several different things I wanted to see for her. Obviously, I want to see her practice magic on her own. So that's something we're going to do actually right now, as I think we're going to practice some untamed magic, as that is something I'm very curious about personally. And obviously that's the more important part, is to see this also, because I really just need a screenshot for this episode with the horrible background. Probably in the next part, or much more, I'm trying to think of the right word. Like, the house is going to be renovated. I'm renovating the house. That video should be up on the channel by the time you see this. I'm pre-recording, and so 3, 4, I think, are pre-recorded, and then 5 is not. So is he burning? Yes, he is, from being in the sun. So, very interesting. So we're going to have him go back inside. He can't run, he can't do anything like super big, but he does burn in the sun. So that's good to know, personally. Okay, but she's acting really cool. I don't know if this is a skill. I don't actually even know what this is doing, like, with her. Oh, it just, like, kicked us out. Oh, okay. And for him, like, his vampire energy, his vampire stuff should be here, and it's just not. Like I said, it's just weird. Oh, okay, so it is kind of building onto this. So the spark of magic begins to flow and swirl. Practice magic, learn to make new potions on the cauldron, and cast spells. And spark of magic begins to flow and swirl. Practice magic, learn to make new potions on the cauldron, cast spells, and search tomes to gain experience. And so we're just going to try to build up as much experience as possible. Like I said, right now, we're apprentice, but there's a Nithodite, there's a Coit, there is Adept, there is a Master, and then there is a Virtuoso. And personally, we're just going to try our best to climb these ladders as much as possible, read the tomes, and doing things like that. And so it's going to be a process over the next episodes, but I do want to mention it's not going to be so much about the romance. I will probably have a kid. Ooh, cool. We did learn a spell. Alex discovered a new spell called Zip Zap, which is in the untamed magic, since that is what we're practicing. Harness electrical energy and give something a jolt. So I'm wondering if we can give anything a jolt just to, like, practice that. Or does it have to be a person? I do wonder. These are all things I just don't know. I know we can duel. That's something we can try to do. Okay. So we could totally zip zap that. Can I zip zap the fridge? It's electrical, so maybe. Ooh, magic. Okay, we can't. Should I do the fridge? Probably not. But are we gonna do the fridge? Yes, because I'm. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's why I kind of wanted him to go there, so he's not in the screenshot. But he's in the screenshot today. Okay, so that's really interesting. I think that's really cool. I honestly don't know how long this part is, but it's very interesting. I'll get the Daywalker mod so you can do things out in the day and be like, you know, all fine. But that did give her an amazing boost. And so personally, I really do hope that going from rank to rank is easier in this way. Because that was the main problem with vampires that I had, was that once we get to the rankings and stuff, it was just super hard. So knowledge is magic, and so we can do all this other fun stuff, which I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm very curious about. Next week, we'll look at the brooms. We'll look at the lawns entirely. This episode could be a little bit shorter than normal, as I don't know how long my spurts were, but I am limited on time at best. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget down below. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for another beautiful video. Thank you for watching. Are you guys enjoying the series? If so, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys all on Wednesday, I think. I'm not sure. I'll see you guys all next time for another video, because I'm not really sure when the second video, the next one's going to come out for this series. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.